Check out the SW Theory merch shop down below.
We would be honored if you would join us.
What is going on, everyone? Happy to have you all here. So today we've gotten some very, very new and exciting images for Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people are buzzing about it. It just came out a few hours ago, and I'm here to cover it for you guys. This is probably going to be a longer video, so, sit tight, buckle up, and we're going to go through each picture and theorize on everything that could actually be going on. Because I've seen some people talk about some things, and you know what? Let's just get to it. So here, first of all, we have some behind-the-scenes stuff. Now, this obviously is pretty self-explanatory. It's just Rey either on Jakku or Tatooine or some new desert planet that we don't know about yet, that we saw in the trailer, where she's either fighting Kylo Ren or training with him. And I say training because if he really wanted to kill her with his TIE Interceptor, he would have just shot her down with his blasters, right? Assuming that they're working. So I'm thinking that maybe they're working together and they're training, or maybe they're trying to do something to throw off the, set up a stage event where they're trying to throw off, someone that thinks they're actually still enemies, and then they eventually work together. I don't know. That could be a possibility. The other event is that someone, maybe like Poe or something, has stolen his TIE Interceptor, because we don't actually see Kylo in the ship. We just see gloves that look like something that he would wear. Next photo is C-3PO with BB-8, which is self-explanatory again. Looks cool. Now here's something that a lot of people are very, very excited about. The Knights of Ren. And this is something that we've all wanted to see since Episode 7 back in 2015. Now before I get into who the Knights of Ren are, or who I think they are, I want to show you this clip here from the Episode 9 teaser trailer. This image here of the back of one of the Knights of Ren kind of looks like the same one that Kylo is taking down in the teaser. Now, if it is, why would he be taking down a Knight of Ren? Is this possibly a part of his redemption? A scene that's been taken from his turn to the light side? Or maybe he's had enough of them. Maybe they've been controlling him, or maybe they've gone rogue and want to do something else that he isn't really a part of anymore. It's very interesting to think about and theorize. Now, the Knights of Ren, I believe, are one of two things. They're either the Jedi that Kylo took with him from Luke's temple, as we hear Luke say in Episode 8 that he took a handful of his students with him, and the rest, he killed, he left for dead. Or they are kind of this Darth Maul sort of cult, and there's a bunch of them. And if you guys don't know who Darth Maul is, which I know a lot of you do, I've mentioned him many times, the ones who don't, basically he's this ancient Sith worshipper, and he knew a lot about the dark side, and he enchanted he possessed his helmet so that anyone who would wear it at any point in time, literally any time, thousands of years later after his death, they would kind of activate his consciousness, and he would be able to come back. So I feel like these guys, since they all have masks, could maybe be working on something like that. Maybe they're part of Palpatine's, or they're part of... Well, we'll see. J.J. Abrams, alongside stunt coordinator Huthart, directs the Knights of Ren, elite fearsome enforcers of Kylo Ren's dark will. So it's like they're elite forcers of Kylo Ren's dark will, but are they brought in by Kylo, or are they brought in by someone else? Like Snoke, or appointed to him by Palpatine or something like that, because we know Palpatine's back. Here is Kerry Russell's character. I'm pretty sure Vanity Fair reveals... Vanity Fair reveals Kerry Russell as the masked scoundrel Zori Bliss, seen in the Thieves' Quarter of the snow-dusted world of Kijimi. So that's something I don't know about. I don't know where Kijimi is. I don't even know if that's a planet that we've seen before or not. I don't think it is. But it looks cool, and I wonder what her character is going to be like. If she's a scoundrel, could it be... Well, I guess we'll find out. There was one famous scoundrel, Han Solo. Maybe he knew her. And then here we have General Hux with General Pride on the bridge of Kylo Ren's destroyer. Of course, now it is Kylo Ren's destroyer. It is no longer Snoke's, because Snoke is dead. And then here we've got some more behind-the-scenes photos. And then here we've got Lando, Poe, and Chewbacca and BB-8 in the Falcon together. And it's nice to see Lando having the Falcon once again. And then here we've got Finn with who I believe is Lando's daughter. Find out if it actually is. They're atop Orbax. They lead the charge against the mechanized forces of the First Order. Mechanized. Interesting. Maybe they just mean that as a metaphor. It's actually mechanized like droids. It's extremely surreal to be in it, says Aki, and see how it works from the inside. More behind the scenes photos from camera operator. And then here we've got some alien peeps. Jordanian locals play the Aki natives on the planet Pasana. I want to get to this one. I mean, okay, these guys are cool and all, but like, let's get to this right here. Star-crossed. Kylo Ren and Rey battle it out with lightsabers in a stormy confrontation. Their force connection, what Driver calls their maybe bond, will turn out to run even deeper than previously revealed. Now, okay, here's a photo where a lot of people are like, oh, they're fighting each other, but let's zoom in a bit. Are they really fighting each other? And what are they standing on? Why is it raining? Is it raining or is it the ocean? I think, this is my theory, is that they're actually standing on the Death Star, which we saw in Episode 9's teaser trailer. So they could actually be on the surface of it, and they're fighting while the waves are just crashing around them on the Death Star itself. Or maybe it's the Millennium Falcon. Actually, yeah, you know what? It's probably the Millennium Falcon. Which could be a really climactic way of like how, you know, the ending kind of just melds together because, you know, she comes to the Death Star in the water, and he, you know, arrives there as well. And what could they be there for? I don't really know. Either he's there to resurrect Palpatine, and she's there to stop him, or they're there to fight each other. Or they're there to fight someone else as... I don't know. I mean, it could be misleading. She's not really looking at him, and he's just, like, looking beyond her. So maybe it's like another scene like The Last Jedi. Could be. I don't know. And the fact that he says there's a maybe bond means that, yeah, there is a bond. There's obviously a connection between the two. Are they related? Are they brother-sister? Are they, you know, siblings from Han Solo and Leia? Or are they, you know, lovers? You don't really know. Next, we got some more behind-the-scenes stuff. We got director and co-writer J.J. Abrams and crew weather the Jordanian sun to capture the action on planet Pasana. So I guess, okay, so yeah, dude. So Pasana is possibly that desert planet that we saw in the teaser trailer, which we don't know anything about. John Williams making a new score with Carrie on screen, which is very nice. Now, here's something that I am very, very excited for. Of course, seeing Luke. This is the first time that we actually get to see him after Episode 8 in a very new scene, and he doesn't have his Force glow around him, which means that he's either reincarnated, he's brought back, or this is a flashback scene. It could be a flashback scene because we know that, you know, after the temple burned, he was obviously there, and it seems like he's wearing some of the same getup. Now, if that is, then it's just playing more on that flashback that we got in The Last Jedi. What did he do after the wreckage, after he saw the wreckage, after everything was burning? Did he check on someone? Maybe he goes to find Rey is alive and, you know, ends up, you know, shipping her to Jakku or something like that. Mark Hamill as Luke with R2-D2. Speculation is rampant about who will rise as the Skywalker of the movie's title, and how that choice will reflect the way the world has changed since Star Wars debuted in 1977. Then here we just have some new covers. Rey with her staff, which is great that we have it back again, because a lot of people have speculated that the staff is actually Darth Plagueis' staff, and the tip is the same hilt as either Mace Windu's hilt from Episode 1 or Darth Maul's hilt, which is kind of cool to put those two together. Kylo Ren, aka Swole Boy, looking a little leaner than The Last Jedi. It seems like he's trimmed up even more, and he's going to be even more swole in this one. So overall, man, I'm pretty excited. There's a lot to take from these photos, mainly this one. And, of course, the one with Luke and the one of Kylo and Rey fighting. This one is the one that piques my interest probably the most after the Knights of Ren one, because I just feel like if they're fighting on the Death Star, it's like, why are they fighting? What's the reason? Are they actually trying to resurrect Palpatine? Is that what's really going on? And is that what maybe, you know, the Knights of Ren are... Wait, do you think the Knights of Ren are in that TIE Interceptor? Interesting. New theory just arised. Anyways, if they are on the Death Star and they're trying to resurrect Palpatine, imagine if he comes back and he tries to basically infiltrate one of their bodies, which I've had a theory on many times before. But if he does do that, then they could be trying to kill Palpatine within each other. But I think that would be super lame. I don't want that to happen. I want Palpatine to come back in his younger form in a new vessel, something, you know, that's just a lot more exciting. So they have to like team up and fight him, and we'll get like a redemption scene or something like that. So what I think is going to happen pretty much is that Kylo is going to lose someone. He's going to lose someone very close to him, and the only person close to him that will help him change back to the light side is his mother, is Leia. So if Leia sacrifices herself for, you know, the goodness within him, you know, that she sees the good in him, then he's going to turn and he's going to join Rey, and then they're going to bring down this bigger threat, which is probably Palpatine. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Palpatine's just going to come back as a ghost. JJ did indeed confirm that he is back in the flesh, not just as a ghost or something lame or a hologram. The dude is back, like back. So I'm stoked for that. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy herself has said that, and I was at the celebration panel for episode 9 where they were like, he's back. He's like, literally, the guy is back. And then Ian McDermott shows up on stage, which you guys all know, and he was like, roll out again. So, yeah, I mean, this is cool. Like, it's great that we get some actual content for episode 9, and they're ramping it up now because I feel like it's been so dry for almost a year. It has been a year and a half pretty much since any Star Wars came out, not counting Solo, of course, but any Star Wars for the main trilogy, main saga going on right now. So it's great that we're getting some stuff. It's almost June. It's like end of May. So I feel like, you know, as we go into summer, they're gonna maybe trickle some things here and there, some more images, and going into the fall, their marketing is going to be ramped up like crazy because this is the final movie for the Skywalker saga, and that means it's going to be all over after that for Skywalkers, at least from what we know. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Let me know some of your theories down below. And as for that one theory that a lot of people have, which I don't know, could be true, when Snoke died, do you think he actually went into Hux's body? Because a lot of people think that, you know, Hux was looking at him, and then we'd see Snoke on the floor, kind of like dead, and then we, you know, could be possible. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed these new images. I really did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.